before I get started here, I just need to voice my appreciation again. I thought the last video was a really risky hot take for a Utah-based sports channel just starting out, but the analytics tell me that not only was it not at all controversial, but part of the video I was most concerned about was the part that kept people watching the longest. So, thank you. You are absolutely my kind of people, and it gets me excited for the future of the channel. As I speak, the ink is still drying on the sort of sale and relocation of the Arizona Coyotes to the Smith Entertainment Group and Salt Lake City. But there's a lot of things to talk about in the wake of the formal announcement of the move. Welcome back to the channel, I'm GMPM. Let's unpack everything we heard about on Thursday. Just a quick one here, friends, I'll have a lot more to say here soon. The NHL made the announcement via social media with a fairly simple set of infographics detailing the other news items associated with the move. Some of it is purely introductory, such as formalizing that Ryan and Ashley Smith are the primary owners of the team, and the Delta Center is going to be the immediate home of the team. But then we get on to some more interesting bits. First of all, we get confirmation that there is not going to be any divisional realignment to coincide with the Coyotes' move north. This contradicts a previous rumor that the NHL was seriously considering a realignment initiative that would see Utah join the Colorado Avalanche in a move to the Pacific Division, with the Edmonton Oilers and Calgary Flames taking their place in the Central. While it hurts my heart to see a Utah team joined at the hip with my Colorado Avalanche in all scenarios, I suppose any hopes of them finding themselves on separate sides of the Western Conference died when the Utah conversation turned from expansion to relocation. Some controversy has come out of the Smith Group's unwillingness or inability to announce branding to coincide with the relocation, but I honestly don't believe it's going to be anything as awkward as the Washington NFL situation a few years ago, where they took some time to come to the conclusion that they wanted to be called the Commanders. Of course, I wish Ryan Smith had just come right out and said, "It's the Utah Eagles, here are the colors, here's the logo, and here's a history lesson on why this is outstanding branding." I genuinely don't believe it's going to take the entirety of the 2024-25 season to come to a conclusion, and frankly I'd be shocked if the team didn't have a long-term identity by the NHL draft in June. That would put it on a similar timetable as the Winnipeg Jets realizing that the Winnipeg Jets were the only way to go. Up next is the kind of creative business execution that a lot of us have known about for a week or so at this point. You see, the relocation of the Coyotes isn't really a relocation per se. The NHL is effectively awarding the Smith Group an expansion team, without the benefit of an expansion draft, while transferring all of the Arizona Coyotes franchise assets to Smith for immediate operation. The Coyotes franchise itself will be suspended, with the Meruelo Group having the option to reactivate it within 5 years as an expansion team if they can get their arena situation figured out. Now, I could spend an entire video unpacking the implications of this deal, because it's going to expedite some matters, it's going to hold up some others, and just generally change the entire conversation about how the league is structured. For now, just know that the NHL paid Meruelo, and Smith paid the NHL. This was not a traditional sale by any stretch of the imagination, and the only thing comparable that I can think of is the Baltimore Ravens-Cleveland Browns situation in the NFL back in the 90s. The NHL's presentation ended with a fairly standard but optimistic quote from the Smiths that would quickly find itself well-founded. Despite there not being much traction for decades, Utah has itself been ready for the NHL for a very long time, and is maybe the hottest, most hockey-hungry new market the league could have possibly turned its attention toward. In just hours, over 11,000 season ticket deposits have been made. That's more than the current season ticket base of the Winnipeg Jets, and it's completely reasonable to believe that the Delta Center's approximately 13,000 seating capacity for hockey could all be penciled in for season ticket holders as early as Saturday. One more encouraging note before I wrap this up. In light of the entire topic of the previous video being how palatable Salt Lake City is or isn't for professional athletes, we did get an initial vote of confidence from goaltender Connor Ingram, who I have personally been a fan of since his Nashville Predators days. I'm glad this discourse with the team itself is opening up with a player who is genuinely happy to be here. Later on, veteran defenseman Jason Demers was on NHL Network mentioning how Lawson Krause and Clayton Keller, a pair of vitally important Utah forwards, had told him how excited they were to be playing for such a supportive owner as Ryan Smith. So all signs with the players seem overwhelmingly and surprisingly positive compared to what we're often used to hearing as Utah sports fans. It seems, at least for now, that my concerns were unwarranted, and I'm happy to be wrong. That's all for now. I just had to get this video out there to share in this historic occasion with all of you, celebrating in the Utah hockey community. If you're just finding your way here now and you like this video, then please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to let YouTube know there's a good thing going on over here, and join the community growing from this channel. Maybe check out the preceding videos for further context surrounding the NHL coming to Utah while you're here. Click the notification bell to know right away when the next video drops. I'm GMPM, and I look forward to seeing you back here soon.